Hello, my name is Myra Garcia and today we will be touring Ecuador. Geographically, Ecuador is the smallest country in South America and it is situated right on the equator. In fact, that is where the country's name comes from. Now, despite its small size, it is comprised of three regions: the Amazon jungle in the east, the Andes Mountains in the center, and the Pacific coastal lands in the west. Now, Ecuador is bordered by the Pacific Ocean to its west, Colombia to its north, Peru to its south and east, and one interesting fact about Ecuador is that it is one out of the two countries in South America that is not bordered by Brazil. Okay, now we're gonna head over to Ecuador's capital, which is Quito. Quito is one of the highest constitutional capitals in the world, sitting at 2,850 meters above sea level. Now, one interesting fact about Quito is that it actually was built atop the ruins of the Incan city. Okay, now we're going to head over to the Parliament building of Ecuador, which is the National Assembly of Ecuador. It was founded in 2008. There is a total of 137 assembly members, each forming part of 11 different parties. The top three political parties would be the Alancia País, Fuerza S, and the Independientes. Okay, so now we are going to head over to Guayaquil, which is actually the largest city in Ecuador. It is also the most populated, with around 2 million people of its population situated there. Okay, next we're going to go to the Galapagos Islands, which is located approximately 1,000 kilometers off the coast. This island belongs to Ecuador, and according to Britannica, it consists of 13 major islands. The Galapagos Islands is very well known for all its volcanoes and also because of wildlife. Okay, so now we're gonna head over to the Basílica del Voto Nacional. The Basílica del Voto Nacional is a historic Roman Catholic church that is located right in the center of Quito, Ecuador. Because of this, it actually can be seen from anywhere in Quito. This is the inside of the Basílica del Voto Nacional, and this is kind of how it looks on the outside. Okay, now we're going to head over to the city of Cuenca. This city is located in the southern part of Ecuador's Andes Mountains. And the reason we are heading over here is because this city is home to several outstanding examples of the Spanish colonial architecture. It is, in fact, one of the most European-looking cities in Ecuador. It is also filled with much historical sites and so much rich history. Okay, now let's talk about some important stats. Ecuador's population is around 16.86 million people. The Human Development Index, or HDI, is 0.739, and it is ranked at 89. The expected years for attending school in Ecuador is 14 years, but most population goes to school for about 8 years. Which is weird because Ecuador actually holds a very high adult literacy rate, which is at 94.5. Okay, so now let's talk about the health in Ecuador. Tuberculosis is one of the leading illnesses to cause deaths at 2.9%. Another high leading cause of death is infant mortality, which is actually at 18.4%. The health data life expectancy of people in Ecuador is up to 76 years, which is not too low and not too high. It's right in the middle. Ecuador has a GDP of 10,718 per capita. Okay, so now moving on, we'll go talk about Ecuador's political history. Ecuador became an independent nation on May 24th, 1822, and since then has had multiple changes that have continued to happen into the 21st century. For example, there was a constitutional government from 1948 through 1952, and then after that, there was a military government. And this actually has been going on um, since Spain has arrived. It's just been going back and forth. And according to Britannica, Ecuador has experienced several years of political upheaval, during which multiple individuals served as presidents. In some cases, Congress was removing some people from presidency, and in other cases, it was coups forming up against the presidents, and then the presidents being removed by these coups. It is not until the year of 2006 that Ecuador's president has been able to serve their 4 years after being elected. Ecuador's current president is Lenin Moreno, and he was elected on May 24th, 2017. The Carondelet Palace is exactly where he is situated right now, and Ecuador's term of office is the same as the United States, where one can be president for up to 2 4-year terms. The party that holds the legislative majority is the País Alancia, and Lenin Moreno, the president, is from that political party. Their focus is to become more of a socialist country. According to the Asamblea Nacional, there are currently 61% of men in the assembly and 39% of women in the assembly.